Here we go, 60 and I win 400. Okay, I didn't get my heart. But if I would have gotten my heart, I would have won $400 for a $60 investment. And with 9 hearts to come, that puts me at almost like a 20% chance. Now here I have absolutely nothing, so I'm going to go ahead and fold. But you can really see that it would be stupid on my part to fold anything. If it only cost me 20 bucks to go into the pot, and there's already like 170 in the pot, I'm getting like incredible odds to pretty much limp in with anything. And now look, there's 285 in the pot. There's 285 in the pot. Why wouldn't I limp? I spent 30 and I can win 345 at this point here. It would be silly for me to fold. I'm making like so much money, and he's folding. There we go. And pretty soon he's going to be broke. Okay, I didn't hit anything. But there's no way. Now look. Now say like I want to bluff at the pot, or say like I have King 9. At that point there, I'm going to have to put like 300 bucks into the pot to try to win the pot. And if somebody happens to be slow playing a big pair, I'm pretty much done for. I'll go ahead and check this too. That's okay. There's no way I'm going to put 300 of my own money in here. And if I bet 60, well, these guys, if they know anything about poker, they're going to be calling me anyway if they have a 2 or a 5 or something like that. So I may as well just check. Any sort of reasonable bet, I'll be calling because I have second pair. Here, once again, 120 to win 630. I'm getting like 5 to 1. So I'm going to go ahead and call. And we'll see if somebody has a 9 or not. Ah, that's something I didn't see. Okay, that's my fault. Although, he didn't necessarily have to have a straight, although I really should have seen that. I really should have seen that. That's bad play on my part. And finally, we're going to get rid of the all-inner because there's $300 in the pot. God. This is so... It unbalances the game for everybody else that's playing. And these guys, they're oblivious to everything, but for somebody who knows how to play poker, why wouldn't I play? I get to win 300 if something good comes for me. I get to win 300. So I check. I'm going to have to check again. I wish I didn't have to fold there, or I'd love to take down this big pot, but I have no hand and no draw except for the 3 aces that are left in the deck. And a bet at 90, which is like a ridiculously small bet into such a big pot. Well, 10 is likely good. And now, thank God, but the guy sitting out, he's gone. And we can go back to having a reasonable sized pot. Look, there's 45 bucks in the pot now. Now this is reasonable here. Despite the fact of being in the small blind, I'm going to go ahead and raise. I know I'm out of position, but I have to go ahead and raise. I'm going to bet again. 120. That looks like a good flop to bet on. And he folds. There we go. Well, I got a little bit of my continuation bet back. I'm back up to 1,100. We have the button and we have pocket jacks. We're going to raise. Actually, I should have raised a little bit more. I would have just been happy to take down the blinds. I do have position on this guy, though. I'm certainly not going to let him catch up. Let's go ahead and put 150 in. And he folds. Perfect. Okay. And we're back up to 1,200. Another big hand. We're going to have to raise this too. Now here we're going to raise a little bit more just so that it doesn't look so I'm sure that Miss Schaump is getting a little bit suspicious here, and he's thinking about it. I think we may just go ahead and show this hand. So it doesn't look too suspicious. Now, you beginning poker players that might be watching this, I definitely would say don't show your hand like I just did. You're just better off. You're better off just never showing your hand, because really 98% of the time it's going to be the correct play. So just never show your hand. Well, all right. Everything's going good. I'll have a sip of coffee. And I check. I have nothing. And we'll be folding this. This is a tough spot with King Jack. I hate being out of position. Still, we did get a fold, so I like my chances here, and I'm going to go ahead and bet the pot, 70. And we get a raise and a call. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Well, here goes nothing. I need a 10 for a straight, but I flopped nothing. And this was the danger with calling that 140 bucks. Wow, and everybody checks behind. Really. Now I'm going to do a little bit of Hollywooding here. I'm going to do what I call a timing tell, like I'm really thinking about what I want to do. Hopefully, the fact that I waited a little bit is going to make Calvest think a little bit, but then again, evidently not, because he's got a big piece of it. So that timing tell didn't really work, and we let it go. And he shows the 7. I'm thinking that he might have had a flush draw. Although he might have had a pair too. Let's go ahead and raise this up. With our Jack Queen, we have position this time. And Champ is getting suspicious. And he bets 90. That puts me in a tough spot. Am I really going to give him credit for an ace, or does he have like maybe a pair of sevens or a pair of queens? Well, if he has a pair of queens, I'm done for. I'm going to go ahead and call, which is probably a dumb move on my part. Well, it's 60 to win 45. I'd say this is a call. Oh, man. Oh, this is probably a bad play. This is I'm positive of it. Well, show me the... Oh, great. Oh, fantastic. Well, I almost folded that. And to tell you the truth, I probably should have folded it. But I'm glad I didn't. In fact, what had happened was that he was very suspicious of me. I'm going to go ahead and limp here with my ace-6 offsuit, just to mix it up a little bit. I don't really like raising a whole bunch in a row, and certainly I don't like raising with a marginal hand like ace-6 offsuit. But at the same time, I catch an ace. We'll go ahead and be checking this. We're not going to make any sort of play or any sort of moves. And we'll go ahead and check again. Just not enough in the pot to really fight for it, really. And besides, the board pairing, I'm going to go ahead and let him have it, but if that was a bluff, it was a good one. I will tip my hat to Champ there. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, to tell you the truth, for a $5,000 buy-in, this has actually been a half-decent game, and an interesting game, from my perspective, despite the fact that the players, well, these players have really hung in there, and quite honestly, for a low buy-in tournament, I usually, at this point here, I'm usually in third. And I have a straight draw, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bet a very small amount, 70. I have 8 outs, and somebody that calls, for example this guy, Mr. Calves, who may have a 7 or an 8. My 5s and 6s are no good. However, we will go ahead and check it again. Now, having a 7 is not out of the realm of possibility, but he checks again. And here I am going to try and pull a bluff. Like suddenly that jack hit me. Oh, I got outplayed. I definitely got outplayed there with his 3 sevens. I was outplayed. And I'm going to have to fold it, and I'm going to have to say, good hand, sir. Definitely outplayed there. We'll just go ahead and let this go. The 15